This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Big news announced yesterday on the investigation into the January 6th insurrection front. The committee, the House Select Committee investigating the insurrection, has subpoenaed 6 new Trump associates, we'll call them. It's kind of interesting how we've melded into using mafia-style language when dealing with Donald Trump, because that's how he talks, that's how he operates. There is conspiracy all around him. And I don't mean conspiracy like conspiracy theory. I mean it in the legal sense of the word, the felon sense of the word. I'm going to read a little bit from this Washington Post article and comment as we go. The headline, House January 6th Committee issues subpoenas to 6 top Trump advisors, including pair involved in Willard Hotel Command Center. That's what they called it. That's not what the media has named it. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th insurrection issued subpoenas Monday to 6 top advisors to former president, ex-president, come on, Washington Post, ex-president Donald Trump, including 2 who were active in the Willard Hotel, quote-unquote, command center, where Trump's loyal backers oversaw efforts in January to overturn the 2020 election. Let us never lose sight of that. They were trying to overturn a free and fair and final American election. Donald Trump lost by 7 or so million votes. And he didn't want to go. So they initiated what ended up being a failed coup. And now there's going to be consequence, maybe. Those subpoenaed to provide testimony and documents include Scholar. Come on. Scholar. He was a law professor. To call him a scholar is, I think, a bit of a stretch, Washington Post. Scholar John Eastman, who outlined a legal strategy in early January to delay or deny Joe Biden the presidency, and former New York City Police Commissioner Bernard Kerik, who led efforts to investigate voting fraud in key states. Both were present at the Willard during the first week in January. The list also includes 3 members of the Trump re-election campaign manager Bill Stepien, Jason Miller, a real gem, Jason Miller, a senior advisor to the campaign, and Angela McCallum, the national executive assistant to Trump's campaign. The committee also issued a subpoena for Trump's former national security advisor, Michael Flynn, who he's no longer covered under Trump's pardon for his crime. Remember, he was fired for lying, ostensibly, this is what Donald Trump said, for lying to the vice president. That's what the story was. But he lied to the FBI about contact with Sergei Kislyak, at the time, foreign minister for Russia. They were trying to operate a shadow government before Donald Trump was actually president of the United States. You don't get to have 2 governments. You don't get to run diplomacy while there's actually a national security advisor and secretary of state from a previous administration that has not yet left. Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2017 at noon, that is the time that the new administration comes on. All of them reportedly participated in discussions about challenging the election results, though Stepien, according to published reports, was initially skeptical of claims made by some of Trump's legal advisors, including his former personal attorney, Rudy Dum Dum Giuliani. Eastman has become a witness of keen interest to the committee because of the role he played laying out legal scenarios to deny Biden the presidency, including during an Oval Office meeting on January 4th with Trump and former Vice President Mike Pence. If you remember, I've talked about this. I've done videos about this. They were laying out a legal strategy in a memo trying to give Mike Pence constitutional justification for not certifying the election. He didn't take the bait. Luckily, for some odd reason, his bootlicking, there was a line in the sand drawn by him. But that's what they were trying to do. Remember, no evidence. There was no voter fraud. There was no stealing the election. Donald Trump lost fair and square. Almost 60 courts just dismissed those cases out of hand because they were nonsense. Even Trump judges said, get out of here with this nonsense. That, coupled with the fact that they only wanted audits in states that Donald Trump lost, they didn't want to touch anything that he won. No, we don't want recounts there. Disgusting. At the command center, Eastman huddled with Trump advisors, including Giuliani, former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon, and Carrick, to develop plans to pressure Pence to take action on January 6th that Eastman suggested were within the vice president's powers. Those actions included blocking or delaying the counting of electoral votes from battleground states where results were in dispute. And the only reason they were in dispute was because Donald Trump flapped his stupid mouth. That was bleeped, I'm sure. And created a conspiracy where there was none. Created a lie. Remember, he started talking about, it's going to be rigged if I lose. It was a plan in place long before the election that Donald Trump thinks the only way he can possibly lose is if it was rigged, even though he had historically low approval ratings throughout the entire tenure of his presidency. Anyway, what do you think about this? I'd love to know. Action is happening. Movement is taking place. Investigations are progressing. Still no word from Merrick Garland, but we'll have to take what we can get right now. Anyway, you can call, leave me a brief voicemail. Tell me what you think. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Thanks for your engagement. Thanks for liking and commenting and subscribing and sharing the videos. It goes a long way towards supporting the channel. Another way you can support the channel is by clicking the join button below this video, becoming a channel member for $2 a month. You can help support what I do. Or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. That's another way to help produce not just my podcast, but also what I do here. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.